Hello, hello. Sir David the Bard, Kangaroo City, Australia, doing a video. I want to do a video on, I feel obligated. There's some videos that I do that I feel obligated. I've been down a long, hard, lonely, shit road with no pavement, lots of potholes, and lots of assholes. I want to give some information on don't give up. Of all the people in the world to say that, I should be the last one speaking. I've admitted to you I've tried to kill myself 5 times, and the first 3 times worked, but here I am back. So, I didn't know you came back. I didn't know that shit. Anyway, life, I'm going on to 66 years of life in this life, and I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of shit, and a lot of things have happened to me. I've been divorced, married 6 times, divorced 5. I have 14 kids. I was a Mormon for 55 or whatever, 8 years. And then I became an atheist. I've been a bus driver for BYU, not for BYU, at BYU, a private bus company. We move BYU students. I've been a glazer, a glass man, putting glass walls up in high sky rise buildings, and I've been an insurance agent and a stockbroker. Had a SEC license, not a stockbroker. Ability to sell variable instruments, I guess you would call them. Most of my life I spent with disabled children, emotionally disturbed children. I've been the director of residential treatment centers in the East, in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, Pittsfield, Massachusetts. So I've lived in Massachusetts, I've lived in Kansas, I've lived in Missouri. God didn't come when I was there. I was raised in California. So I guess I'm saying all this shit because I want, hopefully, some of you to relate to what I'm saying. This ain't my first rodeo. I've been down the screwed path. I've been screwed by parents, brothers and sisters, toxic family members. I do have a master's degree from Northeastern State University, and most of a master's from Springfield College in Springfield, Mass. I graduated from Brigham Young University, so I have some education and I have some job skills, and I want to just speak to you as just a human being. I have had some damn life experience. Now, many of you have had more. You know, I'm not trying to go, hey, my dad's bigger than your dad. I'm not doing that shit. I'm just telling you, I've seen some crap. Okay, I have an autistic son, Aaron, IQ of 52, never has changed. I have 2 children out of the 14 that have gotten divorces. And you know, I have a host. I have an ADHD child. I have a bipolar child. I have an oppositional defiant disorder child. So I haven't seen it all, but I've seen enough of it that I can say I don't want to see it all. Here's what I want to say. Now, most of you that watch my program are between 45 and 55, and there's more men than women, and the statistics go out from there. People over 65, they're all damn dead. I'm the only one that's still alive. The bastards all snuck out before me. I was first in line. Hey, I gotta now see, I haven't taken my meds, so I'm gonna go off on this story because you're following the bipolar mind. My mom told me that she had a conference in kindergarten. The teacher called her in and said, we need to talk about David. That was just the beginning. It's still going on, folks. My mom finally died a couple of months ago and said, screw it, I'm out of here. But anyway, the teacher called my mom in, and she came home and told me this story, so it's second hand. And I never believe anything my mother says about me. But anyway, the teacher said we have a rule here in class that when we are ready to go outside, David is always the first one in line. And that bothers me. He thinks he's got to be number one. So what I did as the teacher, I said to everybody, the person who's first in line has to hold the door until the last child leaves the classroom. So, as the story goes, when she would yell recess, and on the last S, I was in line first, I would turn to the kid behind me, because they're all stupid. They're all stupid. I said, hey, you want to be first? Yeah, all right, I'll give you cuts. So the stupid bastard, he held the door, and I was the first out. So there you go. Okay, so now the bipolar mind is going back to my main subject, which I don't have one. Hope. You know, I learned something so valuable from my wife before I married her. I asked her when we were long distance dating. I was in the United States, and she was in the Philippines. And I said, well, Mercy, I said, are you poor? Because I heard so many families there were poor. I didn't know that was all of them. And she said, well, not really. And I said, well, what does that mean? She says, well, we don't have any money, but we have hope. So, we're not poor. Now, that's been an impression. I've been married to her, 7 years? That's been an impression on me for 8 years or so. They weren't poor, but they had no money. Pretty cool. Pretty cool when I got thinking about it. And so part of what I want to say today is having to do with those of you who are struggling. Damn, life is a struggle. 99% of life is a struggle. And we're either got a car that's broken down, or we've got an overdue draft at the bank that we overwrote our checking account again, or we can't get a credit card, our FICO score is in the negative category. You know, we have a mate that is being a real bitch or an asshole who's unfaithful or not working or sitting at home drunk, and a bad mom. We have some of your families there have some sick children, maybe some dead children, and some tragic things that have happened. I have a fairly large audience. There's about 1,000 of you a day that look at me, and my mom's dead, so I know it's not my mom clicking on the computer, and I'm in 198 countries of the world. So my point is, there's a lot of you out there that are experiencing much of life that I've experienced. I'm old now, so I'm not experiencing a lot of life. But there's tragedies. We lose our jobs. We have a boss that grabs our butt, and we say, don't grab my butt, now you don't have a job. We have investments that our bishop told us he could get us a 46% return on our money the first year, and we're stupid enough and selfish enough to think that's true, and we give him our money, and the bastard's down in the Bahamas, and we're still here in Poor Town. We have to look at life in a continuum, not a window. Now, if you look at your life in a window, you're going to go, hell, I don't want to look out that window again, because there's where your spouse cheated on you, or there's where your parents died prematurely, or other kinds of small windows. If we look at our lives through small windows, we're going to be very discouraged, and we're going to say, screw this. And some of you, I hate to have any of you commit suicide. I need all of you looking at me, because you know I get paid to do this, and it's big money. Anyway, look at our lives stretched out from 0 to 85, 90. Now, there's going to be some windows in there that are shit windows. That's life. That is life. There's nothing you can do about it, or me. We can make better decisions and have maybe less traumatic little windows to look out of. But you know, my whole life was a battle, and I mean a daily battle, hourly battle with creditors and with ex-wives and child support and the district attorney and jumping over fences from processed servers and a drug addiction. I was addicted to Valium for a couple of years. And so I've been down those roads. Now, I thought my life was over when I was, whatever, 50, 55. I'd gone through my fifth divorce, and I go, you know, I don't think I'm very good marriage material. It doesn't seem to be working out well. And then I met Mercy. Well, that changed my whole life. That changed my whole life. And she's smart as a whip. She's as cute as can be. She's very good to me. And why she married me, I don't know. I don't know if she was desperate or not. She will not admit so. Anyway, I now have spent 7 years in heaven, your Mormon celestial kingdom. I have everything here in Kangaroo City. I'm happy. I have the food. I remember in my family when I was growing up, we never had bacon. It's too expensive. Never had bacon. We had cracked wheat cereal. We had to grind and ground the Mormon, what do you call that, wheat grinder. Skim milk. Powdered milk. Wow! Powdered milk. Now, I have regular milk. And I have bacon all the time for breakfast. What I'm saying to you is don't give up. I'm here to be a voice of hope. Your life may be shitty too. You know, jail, alcoholism, drug addiction, who knows what's out there. All of you are experiencing different things, just like I did. But damn, at the end here, it's cool. I have the ability to go in the pool anytime I want, the jacuzzi. I sit and listen to the Beach Boys and go, hey, this is bitchin'. I can do my program. What I'm saying to you is hope. It can. I'm not going to say it will change. I can't say that. Some of you are losers. Some of you are losers, and damn, you're going to die a loser. I've seen it. I've seen it. You go under the tree for the homeless guy, God, he's dead. He's dead. But I do want to give this hope. If you're mentally ill, sick, diseased, disabled, whatever, poor, there is a good chance that if you hang in there, you will reach a period where the window will open and it's all good. It's all good. My children are good right now. My wife is good right now. My health is good. I feel good. I've been down the road just like you have. The mud, the blood, and the beer. But don't give up. I'm telling you, don't give up. I always thought I was a loser. So did my ex-wives. I've proved them wrong now, haven't I? The Bard ain't no loser. I found something that I really enjoy. I never had a hobby. Well, I did. But it went away about 5 years ago. I don't know where he went, but anyway, that hobby's gone. So I didn't have any hobbies. You know, I thought, well, maybe I could do this or that. And then I found out most things are boring to me. I just don't like them. And then I discovered YouTube and my show here. So it's my hobby. Please don't give up. You know, I remember, you know, life being so miserable. I was addicted to Valium. I would take 10 Valiums a day. That's 9 times 10, 90 units of Valium. That's heavy, folks. I didn't want to see this world. I didn't want to see any more pain. I didn't want to see any more damn suffering. And I certainly didn't want to see any more suffering on me. Kids taken away, church deserting me, members, friends. You know, I told you, this ain't my first rodeo. I took 9 Valium a day for a couple of years. I would also wash that down with a little oh God, what is it? I can't think of the alcohol. It wasn't gin. Vodka. Oh, I like that vodka. I'll wash that down. I want to let you know that there were times that I had no hope, and I had no friends, and no parents, and no wives that would come to me and go, oh, it's okay, things will work out. I was going to say fuck them, but I'm not allowed to say fuck on here. I was now thinking, gee, I'm laying here in my own misery, and there's not one human being that is going to come forward, and Jesus is asleep. The prayer radio beam doesn't work. Well, Jesus wasn't there. Muhammad wasn't there. Gandhi. Gandhi, was he a Hindu? I don't know. Buddhist? Anyway, I've been alone. I'm still alone. I spend 7-8 hours a day alone here in the house, and I'll do 1 or 2 YouTubes and then go down and get a sandwich and have a Coke. I remember when I was so damn poor, I couldn't buy a soft drink. I remember being so damn hungry that I would feed the kids and skip lunch myself and just be starving to death by the time I got home. I remember, this is the most dishonest thing I ever did. It didn't work. Like my suicides. I'm not a good criminal, folks. So I don't do shit anymore because I know I'll be at point of the mountain when they extradite me up from Australia here. Back in the old days when they first had credit cards and Brigham Young was still alive, I went into the Ojai Valley branch bank, and I had a Visa card, and it was good for $500. And so I put it into the no, I went into the bank first, and I drew out the $500. I got, hey, $500 cash bills here. Okay, and then I started to walk by the ATM, and I go, hey, my bipolar mind wonders, how soon does that get credited as coming out of my account, because I took all the money out. So I put my card in the ATM and said, I want $500. And this is the Bard talking. Hell, the ATM machine started shaking, and it was pushing out $100 bills, $500. So now, now I have $1,000 off of my $500 credit card or debit card. I think it was a credit card back. They didn't have debit cards back then. So anyway, it wasn't more than a day. I got a letter from the bank. And I'll summarize that letter for you. You asshole, bring in the extra $500 or you're going to jail. And the Bard just started running down the road towards the bank, not getting out of town. That's Joseph Smith. He had leg bail. He'd run out of town on his legs. I would go to the bank and pay for my mistake. Okay, so I don't care what kinds of difficulties you're experiencing. There is a good chance, and I'm telling you from experience, I'm not a prophet, unless you got about half a 8th grade girls that you want to send out. Now I'm a prophet, seer, and revelator. Anyway, have hope. I have hope. Now, you know, I'm going in for a surgery on my stomach, and you can die from that shit. I almost died from the quad bypass surgery. But you know what? I don't care. I go in with a good attitude. I go in saying, hey, if the doctor's good and I'm healthy enough, it's going to work. If it doesn't, I'm out of here. And I'll run the Bard show in the Telestial King, or maybe Outer Darkness. Can you have a Bard show in Outer Darkness, Mormons? Please write to me and tell me. If I could just run my show, I will be happy. I don't need a penis. Well, I'm getting used to that. Nah, shit, okay. Anyway, folks, don't give up. Hang in there. Be a little Bard. Hang in there. Do what is right. That's the old Mormon song. Let the consequence follow. They don't sing that anymore because they're so crooked. Let time do its magic. I know if you've been unemployed for a year or 2 or 5, or you're disabled and you can't get your Social Security and you're living off of your parents in a basement or whatever, been there. Been there, done that. If any of you can look at me and simply say, God, the Bard did it. He made it through all of those bad windows. Maybe I can too. So I'm just saying in this video, please don't give up. Try hard. Be honest. Be kind. Be a good person, because that brings to you like a magnet good things. If you're mean, you're ugly, you're a complainer, you hate, you discriminate, that pulls towards you too. So some of our difficulties are self-imposed. That's the great secret of life. And the Bard has just told you. If you're bitching and complaining bring in negative things. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, be positive, your health will be better. Your friends will start to pull towards you and go, hey, I kind of like old Mike over there. He doesn't have any ears, but he seems to be hearing what I'm saying. So there's the great secret of life, folks. We gather what we put out. We gather what we put out. Take a look at your life. And I've looked at my life. And when I get on here and I try to do a video like this and I'm trying to help somebody, if it's just one person, even if it's just me, sometimes it's just me, good things happen to me. Good things happen to me. I have a nice house, new cars. I never had this shit before. I never had anything that was that good. I don't have any friends, but I don't want any friends. I don't want any friends. I'm bipolar. I enjoy myself. My mind can entertain me for years and years to come, eternities. We love to think. So please, if you have a God and you want to fall on your knees and you want to light a few candles if you're a Catholic, and if you want to pale ale yourself if you're a Mormon, or if you want to walk to Mecca if you're a Muslim, whatever you want to do, and if you need a God, make one up and go with it. But don't give up life. Life brings to us things that we put out. If you're friendly, you're kind, you're loving, you're concerned about other people, and you're trying very hard, and you try to be a positive person, man, you're going to draw in boyfriends, girlfriends, mates, children, whatever you want. If we are mean, hateful, angry, discriminatory, that's going to come right into our hearts and into our minds. Now, I'm not talking about philosophy. I'm not talking about philosophy, folks. I'm talking about reality. I don't know how it works. I don't know if we set up some kind of a communication system or beams or some type of telepathy or some type of a science we don't know shit about. But I'm telling you, I've seen it, and it's not a philosophy. It is an actual physical conduit. When we put out good vibrations, like the Beach Boys, we will attract to us good vibrations. We put out shit, we're just going to lay in a room with orange juice and vodka, and I never did much with drugs, marijuana a couple of times, but that was it. So anyway, I don't want to go there again. So I hope I can help somebody look at their lives and say, God, the Bard may be right. I'm 46 years old. I just got divorced. I have no friends, and my family has deserted me, and I feel like shit. I want to kill myself. Say, well, the Bard made it, at least for 7 years. Now, shit can happen. Shit can happen. The day and nights find me tomorrow, and I'm off, extradited from Kangaroo City to Draper, Utah, where the prison is. So please, whoever you are, I'm not setting myself up for this example. I'm setting the rules of life up that apply to you and me. They apply to you and me. If I want a miserable life, start screaming, yelling, hitting my kids, being bad to my wife, going outside looking for fights and problems, shit will come. Shit will come. If I want a decent life, then I need to be a decent person, and good things will happen to me, and they have happened to me, and they will happen to you. It's impossible to beat this system. It's impossible to beat this system. Be the kind of person you want to be around, and they will come to you, and you'll have your choice of people, jobs, money, whatever. Thanks.